live. I did not hit go live because I was so worried about other things, about the text being highlighted. So we missed the introductory music, but we are here. I'm off camera because of my face, but everything would. This is the last exercise. Let's say again, the last exercise of Weingreen. So hopefully we'll make it through pretty easily. I've divided it up again into shorter segments, and here we go. Let's get started. So this is highlighted. That's okay. Vayomer Adonai Avraham. Oh, this section in the grammar was dedicated to learning numbers. He doesn't really go over numbers very well, but at least he covered them. ויאמר אדוני אל אברהם, ראו ראיתי את כל אשר עשו אנשי סדום, והנני משחיתם מעל פני האדמה, כי אנשים רשעי לב המה. ויתפלל אברהם ויאמר, הגם תמיד צדיק עם רשע? אולי יש 50 הצדיקים אשר בה, that is in the city, right in Sodom. השופט כל הארץ לא יעשה משפט. All right. I'm in English. Let's see. There we go. Oh, so, and the Lord said, that is, and Yud-He-Vav-He said to Abraham, and this is what he said. I have seen this, Ra'iti, I have seen, right? It's putting seen in stress. I have surely seen everything the men of Sodom, the Sodomites, have done. And behold me, that is, behold, I am destroying them. That is, I am about, let's say, about to destroy them. From upon the surface, the face of the land. Because because they are men of evil heart. They are men evil of heart. They are men evil of heart, if we're being very literal. They're evil-hearted men. Okay? And that's the end of the quote. God stops talking. When you're typing and you're not, what is this, Jonathan Square? Jonathan Square?
I feel like we're passing notes, but passing notes in class, but being public about it.
But just when you're typing, mute your mic, because we can hear you typing and me typing and John typing and everybody's typing, and it's a lot of typing on the microphone.
All right, sorry, Jason.
Okay. So, Abraham prayed, and he said, and this is what he said. Will you, this is Tamit, is the you, will you put to death, will you destroy, will you put to death, also Gam, will you put to death also a righteous man or a righteous person with a wicked person? Okay? Perhaps there are 50 Hatzadikim, maybe 50 the righteous. Perhaps the righteous men in the city, in it, are 50, if we take it that way. Okay, the Yaseh is the future. Will the judge of all the earth not do justice? Right? The point is the word 50. 50 is Chamishim. All right. What is all this? Jonathan Square, my square?
I was marking it because I was about to take a break, but what is it called? We went off the tracks there with our notes.
All right. So 1b, Jonathan.
So, this is a cool verse for me to explain. Vayomer Adonai im emsa bisdom 50 tzadikim v'nasati l'chol hamakom ba'avura vaya'an Avraham vayomer Ulai yimtza sham, or sorry, Ulai yimtzeu sham arba'im. Vayomer Adonai lo lo ashchit ba'avur arba'im. So I'm not quite as smooth as Jason. But anyway, Vayomer Adonai im imta. So what we have the im, it's indicating an ethereal mood, right? A hypothetical situation. And it's indicating a question. So Vayomer Adonai, he's God's he said, "Oh Lord." That's a little
Rather
bit
than a
different.
question, it's a conditional.
Right. Well, this is a question though. If
No.
I should find in Sodom, so it point being, since it was a conditional, you want to make the verb also aerial. So if I should find in Sodom 50 righteous people, those the substantives again.
ונסעתי לכל המקום.
Vanasati l'chol hamakom ba'avuram.
בעבורם.
Will you, I'm sorry, shall I destroy? I think.
No. It's not a question.
Nasat.
It's the apodosis of the conditional.
It is, I'm sorry, it is, wait, I'm confused. Who's talking here?
God. ויאמר אדוני.
Right, okay.
אם אמצא בסדום 50 צדיקים,
I got confused with the
ונסעתי
beginning.
לכל המקום בעבורם.
Yeah, I thought this would be Abraham talking because he's the one.
No, that's why I ended the quote above. See the quotation ended.
Oh, yeah, because you could take it as if you make Adonai direct address, which is how I took it. So that is clearly wrong. But anyway, the aerial perfect, so emsa, if I should find in Sodom 50 people, 50 righteous people, vanasiti,
Nasati.
vanasati.
What does it mean, nasati? Like limso, lasek.
Isn't that to hate? No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, see, that's what's confusing me. I don't remember what that is for some reason.
Lasek.
Oh, to lift.
Yeah.
Of course.
To lift.
Except
And what does it mean
instead of
if you? What does it mean? It's supposed to be aleph. What does it mean? Because it's limso, lasek. What does it mean to lift guilt, lift iniquity?
Take it away.
Take away, which means to forgive.
Okay, interesting.
So he says, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, then I will forgive the whole place for their sake.
Right. Or on their account. Because of them or something. Yeah.
Are you going to type that?
Oh, yeah. So, Jason, you're such a jerk. Are you going to type that? Yahweh said, if...
I don't think I'm a jerk. I think that's our task.
I know, but you could say it nicer.
I don't know why.
Nicer.
I have no idea why that was so funny.
What?
Just the way he asked it, you're like, oh, yeah? Further explanation. Yep.
If I should find in Sodom 50 righteous people, or 50 righteous ones, I shall forgive. Whoops. The whole place on their account. Okay, so we did that. Then Vayomer Avraham.
Vaya'an.
Sorry, Vaya'an Avraham Vayomer Ulai yimtza'u sham av arba'im. Vayomer Adonai lo eshchit ba'avur ha'arba'im.
Did say ashchit, no? Yeah, ashchit.
Ashchit. What did I say? Did I say ashchit? Sorry.
No, you said Eschrit. Esh
Oh,
is for
Ash.
the Kal. And,
Right. Sorry, Jason. I guess Hebrew places have rubbed off, not paying any attention to the vowels.
Mm.
So then, God is answering now.
No, Abraham
No, Abraham
answered.
is answering now. Abraham answered and said, perhaps if Yimsa'u, if
Not Yimtsu, Yimatsu.
Yimatsu,
It's
Yimatsu.
Nifal. Yimtsu.
Oh, perhaps if there are found.
Where do you see if?
Sorry.
Ulai is perhaps, and Yimatsu, they will be found.
Yeah, perhaps there will be. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to put this in good English.
Make
Ulai.
Arba'im the subject.
Yeah, Arba'im is a subject. I'm just
Yeah.
perhaps
40 will be found there. It's direct
But
English.
he's
Direct
like
English
he's
to
like
be-
saying even if there are only 40. Right? But it's weird idiom.
Perhaps 40 will be found there.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll only find 40. Maybe 40 people will be found there that are righteous. He said, I won't destroy it. I'll forgive the place if I find 50. And he says, but perhaps only 40 are there.
Yeah,
Are you going to
like
destroy?
what if I only find 40? That kind of thing.
But it's not
weird.
I find, it's
It's
they will
weird.
be found.
It's weird going from Hebrew to English in this one. So perhaps 40 will be found there. It has to be a question because perhaps,
No.
is that what you're about to do?
No. Perhaps doesn't require a question.
Is it not a question word?
No. It's a
Uh,
doubting word.
it's a what?
It's a word that casts doubt.
Okay. Perhaps 40 will be found there.
Period.
Yeah.
We use it that way in English, but it doesn't necessarily. It's not a question word proper.
Right.
Maybe there is something there, and like we say that.
Perhaps
meaning
40
like,
will be found there. But it seems like because the first one is a question. The second one is not a question. So my inclination is to keep the second one in question form. I'm thinking in terms of translation rather than strict grammatical reproduction.
Because you wanted to ask God, but what if only 40 are found there?
Right, exactly. I want to make it a question.
But technically, he's saying perhaps 40 will be found.
Right. Yeah, I was just trying to catch the idea in English. He's wondering, what if only 40? And you would expect him to go down to 30, 20, 10. He doesn't. He doesn't go down to the 1, as I thought as a child. Perhaps 40 will be found there. This is taking too long. I need to stay on track. God said,
I keep deleting extra spaces that you're putting in the sentence and you put them back. Why'd you do it? Don't put extra spaces.
Are you one of those crazy people that only put one space after words?
That is the standard today.
I know, and I hate it. It didn't used to be all the way I was growing up. Anyway, perhaps 40 will be found there. God said, or sorry, not God, and I'm going to drive Jason crazy again. Adonai said, I will not destroy the city on account of 40.
Okay, so normally the word for on account of is lema'an. Lema'an ha'arba'im.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The word ba'vu means for.
Yeah,
like I give this, I bought this for you, ba'vuha.
For the sake of is how like traditional grammars render it.
Yeah, for the sake of, for you. Like I bought this for your sake, for you, to give to you.
Yeah, you're right.
So I won't destroy it for them.
You're right.
For them, I won't destroy it.
Mm.
Great. All right.
40.
Elena's going to start thinking we're crazy.
Yeah, we're just
Well, I
complete
mean,
nerds.
we wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression and assume that we're not.
Oh, that's true. We are
So,
transparent.
It's
Colton, you
okay.
take one
I've seen
seat.
you different.
Yeah.
I've seen you different, so it's okay.
וידבר אברהם עוד ויאמר, אל נא יקצוף אדוני
Wait.
ואדברה.
Wait, Vayomar, and he said what?
אל נא
Alna. Okay, I heard Adonai Yiktsof Adonai. That's what I heard. I don't know if I'm crazy, but Alna Yiktsof Adonai.
I don't know what I said. I'll watch it. We'll watch the tape back later. אל נא יקצוף אדוני ואדברה. אולי ימצאו שם שלושים. ויאמר
You can
אדוני
make that a consonant cluster, can't you?
שלושים. Okay.
Shloshim.
ויאמר אדוני לא אעשה אם יהיו שם רק 10 צדיקים. ונסעתי לכל העיר בעבורם.
Great. So for the translation, notice that he says, I won't do this. Lo e'eseh. And so the venasati comes but. It's oppositional.
Okay.
I won't do this, but I will do this.
Okay. Okay, keyboard, we can work now. There we go. Thank you.
Are you going to type it?
Yeah. And
That sounds much nicer because he spoke it in a southern accent. Southern
and
people are nice.
Abraham said, Abraham spoke. Sorry, Abraham spoke again and said.
Yeah, I like that. The orders again. That's right.
Do not. Sorry. Get these in.
I beseech thee.
Be angry.
Do not. But notice that this is not an imperative. This is third person.
Okay.
It's not al tiksof, O Lord.
Okay.
But it's let the Lord not be angry. Let not the Lord.
This is one of Cook's rare things that he doesn't address in his book, in his intro book at least. I'm not sure about his second grammar, but all and lo do not always go with second person verbs and third person verbs respectfully.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I just realized that myself. I was like, oh, he didn't talk about this in his book.
I don't know why he wouldn't. That makes sense. Because he talks a lot about mood.
He says that all occurs with second person jesses. Maybe he's just not trying to overwhelm the beginning student with a bunch of information.
We also have other negations like bal.
Right.
Ulai yimatsu sham shloshim. Perhaps 30 will be found there.
I just realized that's where they get the temporary and permanent prohibition idea from.
And
that's almost like a conditional. Let not Adonai be angry if I speak. Like it's the speaking that might make God mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Will not do if there are only
hey, Colton's dad.
10.
He's been in there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I just looked at the chat. Sorry.
10 righteous there.
Let's add the word it. I won't do it.
Sure. Yeah, sorry. It's right, yeah. But I will. How do we do this above? I will
forgive.
Forgive. Okay. I will forgive all the city.
בעבורם.
Yeah, for their sake. Why did you think this had to be read as but here?
Because I won't do this and I will do this. Like, I won't go and I will eat. I won't go, but I will eat. I won't go and I will stay at home.
It's a
I won't go, but I will stay at home.
contrastive use of the vav.
Yeah, oppositional, contrastive. I won't do
Right.
this, but I'll
I
do
know,
that.
I
So
know that. Yeah, maybe it's just the way that the English is worded that it's weird to me.
I
I
won't
will
do it if
not
there are
do it.
10
What is he
people
not
there.
doing? He's not destroying it. Is that the
Destroy
idea?
the city,
Yes.
If there are only 10 righteous people there.
but I'll forgive the city for
Yeah.
their sake.
Yeah, no, it's this phrase that's weird to me. Like,
Oh.
because I want with the but, I want to read it.
Oh,
as
Jason.
like,
I think this. I see what Colton's saying. I think that the sentence should end after there, and don't translate the vav, or just make it a regular conjunction. Because if you
I
contrast,
won't do it if there are only 10 righteous people there. Period. I will
but
forgive all the city for their sake.
it doesn't make sense to contrast the two.
It is
It's-
contrastive.
It's
either he's going to destroy it or he's going to forgive them.
it's
And he's
it's like-
saying, I'm not going to destroy it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to forgive them.
Yeah, it's just the way I'm reading it, the way I want to read it is like, I will not do it if there are only 10 righteous there, but 30. like it's weird. Like, I just think this is a bad sentence.
So,
Like,
let's put in the word even. If there are,
I think Jason is losing his American colloquialisms.
look, let's take in the word even. Even if there are only 10 righteous people there, I will not.
You don't need the but. Right. That's what Colton's saying.
But it's not bad. Even if there are only 10 righteous people there, I will forgive the whole city.
yeah, then
Even if there are only 10 righteous people there, I will not destroy it,
Right.
but I will forgive them. Why is that bad English?
You could say rather, but you don't need to say rather.
Okay, but means rather.
Eh.
This is
I
the
don't
word
know,
Allah in
it's
Greek.
just-
I hear what Colton's saying.
It's
Let's
fine.
move
like,
on.
It gets the point across. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's just it feels bad. And if Jason understands,
It's not bad. It's unnecessary.
It just feels bad in terms of English to me.
Yeah, the but is unnecessary.
Though I think
That's
the whole
what
structure of the sentence
everyone
is
thinks.
Well, I think
Everyone
that is
thinks.
okay because it says, I will not do it, but I will forgive.
Yes, I like the word but there.
I will not do it, but I will forgive. So
I'm
why
just saying, some of us like but more than others.
I like rather. Oh my gosh, Jason.
He didn't pick up on it either.
Hey, you better. I don't know if this is suitable for YouTube. You might want to have to add it.
That's a conjunction in English, but
The fact that Jonathan the fact that it took us a couple seconds for Jonathan to process it makes it funny.
It didn't take me any seconds. It just
I
shocked
thought
me
it did.
that he said it.
All right, so Elena, you are, excuse our crassness, but you are taking 2A. We are in a different exercise, so we are done with God threatening to destroy Sodom.
Okay. ויצאו בני ישראל ויבואו אל מדבר סיני ב15 יום לחודש השני לצאתם מארץ מצרים וידבר משה אליהם לאמור.
Be careful with that word is not ham, but ha'am. Ha'am. It has to be divided.
העם, לאמור זכור את יום השבת לקודשו.
Lekadesho.
לקדשו.
Lekadesho. So we talked in the last session about the short form imperative and the long form. It could be very easy to find zochra. Zochra. Zchor and zochra are the same form. They're both imperative, second singular, masculine.
Mhm.
So it could say zchor et Yom HaShabbat or zochra et Yom HaShabbat. Both, and we have to understand that imperative has an O inside of it. Okay.
Okay. All right. And the children of Israel traveled and came to the wilderness of Sinai by the 15th day of the second month after their departure from the land of Egypt. And Moses spoke to the people, saying, remember the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
All right. And the quote continues in the next section, so we're going to leave off the quotation mark. Jonathan doesn't like the words children of Israel. I think we have a Sing Greek and Hebrew joining us.
Yay, James is here.
So rather than children of Israel, Jonathan would prefer that we say the Israelites, right? Children of Israel,
Yeah,
Israelites.
because it's been established now that idiom "son of" means, unless you're talking about genealogies, but if you're talking about it outside of that, it's member of a group.
Yeah.
So
So,
Israelite
anyway.
works.
So Bnei Israel are the children of Israel, the Israelites.
I
like
wouldn't
Bnei
care
Ammon,
if I were grading this. I wouldn't care if they said sons of. It's still
and
right.
Bnei Ammon are Ammonites, and Bnei Ham are Hamites, and whatever. The ITE ending just means children of. That's like
That's a good way of looking at it.
Peleus was a Greek person, and Peleid. Wow, what the heck? I can't think of how it was. Peleus' son was Achilles. Atreides. Okay, Atreides, Atreus. Atreus was Atreides. The Ides and Itis means child of. Okay. Good. Now we're back to me. No, James is here. So James takes it now. Sheshet Yamim. We cannot
Sorry, I had to
hear
find
you.
my mic.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah,
Got it.
sorry.
James
All
is
right, here we go.
who on Discord?
Sing Greek and Hebrew.
Sing Greek and Hebrew.
Okay, this is the Sing Greek and Hebrew person. Nice to meet you, James.
No problem. All right, so
Formerly.
is someone gonna type or do I don't
I can
know
type
who's
for
sitting
you.
there. Okay. ששת ימים תעבוד ועשות, ועשית את כל מלאכתך, והיום השביעי שבת לאדוני אלוהיך. לא תעשה כל מלאכה אתה ובנך ובתך ועבדך
Va'amatecha. Without an Amatecha.
Okay. All right, so 6 days. Let's see this whole phrase here. You will work.
Yeah, you could take this as an accusative of time. For how long?
Okay.
In Greek, we've got an accusative time.
Okay, so
You shall work You shall labor for 6 days.
Okay. All right. And Sita. So now we have, and you will do all your work, the work of you, yeah. And on the seventh day,
So if we got this,
Shabbat.
you shall do this, and then you shall rest. This is a contrastive again. 6 days shall you work, but the seventh day, this is but. You hear that contrast?
Okay.
We don't.
Then,
The Hebrew doesn't normally use the word but. There are the words for but they don't use it.
all right. Okay. So Shabbat Ladonai. So a Sabbath unto the Lord your God, Elohecha.
We're missing the word day though. Hayom Hashuvi. The seventh day
Yes.
is.
Yeah. I'm going back for it.
Okay. So then we have Lo Ta'aseh. So you shall not do all malacha. So all your work.
So mlacha is indefinite, which changes the meaning of kol from all to any. Any work.
To any work. You, I guess you would say, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your servant.
Why not put a neither at the beginning, right?
Okay.
Let's put right here a M dash. Does that make sense? Because he's defining who the subject of ta'aseh is. You saw me going for that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Neither you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your servant,
nor your maidservant.
Yeah.
Manservant or maidservant?
Slave, your male slave or your female slave. And that's the end of this, right?
I don't know if I've ever seen 3 words being typed together at the same time.
I do it all the time for whatever reason.
I've seen it with 2 words.
No,
not
I'll
3.
do whole sentences. I've literally done a whole sentence before like that.
Wow.
Did you just write it as one word with no spaces?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think I hit the space bar and my brain's just like, no, type. I'm like, oh, well.
So this one, we're continuing the quotations. We're going to put that right there. Okay. 3a. Vaydaber Adonai el Yehoshua lemor. Now we are changing subjects. He's not talking to Moses. Kach lecha min ha'am 12 ish.
Might want to slow down a little bit for the people that are watching.
So our point is the word 12, 12. Kach lecha min ha'am 12 ish. Vetzaveh otam lemor. Se'u lechem 12 אבנים, so 12 איש, and 12 אבנים, והעברתם אותם עמכם. I would expect it to say, instead of אותם, we would expect it to say אותן. Why?
Because Evan is feminine.
Because Evan is feminine, yes, אותן. והעברתם אותם עמכם. Probably we could find it in the text written as masculine, but it's supposed to be feminine. והיה בהי כרת מי הירדן לפנינו, לא לפניכם, לפנינו, ועבר כל העם, again this is a future, וכתל, they will pass, ועבר כל העם, ושמתם את האבנים בתוך הירדן. Okay, so the Lord spoke to Joshua saying, take for yourself, right? This is singular, from the people 12 men, 12 people, 12 men. 12 ish, 12 anashim. It could be either one, singular or plural, ish, anashim. And instruct them. I don't want it to say command, because he's giving them instructions about what to do. The word litzavot can be to instruct or to command, to tell them to do something. Instruct them, saying. Okay, and then we're going to quote within a quote. Pick up, like lift up. Pick up for yourselves, again, this reflexive idea, 12 stones, and bring them over with you. Okay, if you pass them over, you make them pass, you bring them over with you. That's over the river. And let's stop this sentence because I don't want to run on. And it shall come to pass in the cutting off, in the being cut off, let's be very literal, in the being cut off the waters of the Jordan, it shall come to pass. In the waters of the Jordan River, being cut off, that is when the water of the Jordan are cut off, okay, that's more what it means. Before you, or before us, I'm reading again before you. And all the people will have, I'm going to use this future perfect, will have crossed over, put them, okay, this is, it shall come to pass, put them, this is the actual, the imperative idea, put the stones in the midst, or in the middle of the Jordan. Okay? Does that make sense?
Indeed.
That is the end of one, maybe it's the end of a quote, hold on. Nope, that is, we are a quote within a quote. So we are quote.
It is intense. This is like basically Deuteronomy.
Indeed.
Goes on and on and on and on.
Goes on and on and on.
The stones.
I just
shall
put
be
quotation marks there for
stones.
nothing.
Well, I know, but you put them behind my cursor, so that's what you get.
You should move your cursor. Push
These
the end key.
stones, these stones shall be for the, whoops, sorry, Jason, shall be for the Israelites, le'otolam, as a sign forever.
Or an eternal sign. An everlasting sign.
Yeah. An eternal sign.
And-
That sounds too Christian. I'm not going to use that. Vayadu uvnechem uvnei vnechem ki bamakom hazeh nichretu mi hayarden lefanenu.
Mea Yarden.
Oh,
No, me.
may. Yeah, it's hard for me to see. May hayarden lefanenu, but ovrenu, I think. Or is it just
Yes,
avrenu?
be ovrenu, be
Okay,
ovrenu.
ovrenu.
Because the
Asa.
infinitive construct is the same
Yes.
shape as
Yes,
the imperative.
Yes, they have
It's
the
all
U vowel. But avrenu arza Canaan.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's Canaan.
this will be a sign forever or an eternal sign if you want, because I never want to contradict Jason.
You're typing in the wrong place, aren't you? If Jason was, sorry.
If Jason was what? If Jason
I
was
don't know.
a pedant.
Pedant.
Pedant. Who uses that word?
Jason does.
I used it this week on Discord. With James.
A pedant. Boy. Lois, I think this cooking is really shallow and pedantic. So Vayadu.
Ve yadu v'nechem uvnei v'nechem
Okay.
It's yad'u is the past tense. V'yad'u is the inverted
the
past.
Israelites shall know that.
No, not Israelites. There's no Israelites written.
Wait, did I? Vayidu v'nechem. Oh, their sons. Sorry, their sons
Not
and
there?
their
Your sons.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
sons.
yeah. Your sons and your v'nechem uvnei.
This is like
Your
me up here
sons
where I
and-
kept reading
and your
Lefaneno as Lechem.
grandsons. Your sons and your grandsons shall know. Whoops.
And your children and the children of your children shall know.
Shall know that in this place Nechrutu will be cut
Nifal.
off.
Were cut off. It's
Were
a
cut
reminder of something that happened in the past. They shall know that in this place the waters of the Jordan were cut off before us.
Indubitably.
Okay, and how do you say be'ovrenu arzech Canaan?
Yeah. For the sake for our sake.
No, not forsake. No, forsake.
But Ovrenu.
You're reading it as ba'avu.
Yeah.
Ba'avurenu.
Ovrenu. Yeah. So our crossing over. When we crossed over. When we
Yes.
crossed over
Infinitive construct. Good.
to the land of Canaan.
Yes. When we crossed over to
It's
the
kind of
land
weird they're
Canaan.
using a cohort.
Period. Okay, period. And then close quote, close quote.
I did it. Oh,
All right.
thank you. Close quote, close quote.
All right, Colton, you've got number 4 all to yourself.
Vayikrevu Yemei David Lamot.
Lamut.
Yamut. Vayikra et Shlomo Vno. Vaitzav oto lemor. Anochi holek baderek. Kol haaretz
Wait,
v'hazak.
you have to keep that together. You can't say baderech and stop. Ani olech b'derech kol haaretz.
Oh.
That is a construct that
sorry.
has to stay together.
Right. No, I like in my mind and started evolving between them. Holek baderech kol haaretz.
What's it mean, olech b'derech kol haaretz? It means I'm dying.
Yeah.
Because everybody dies. The whole earth dies.
V'chazachta v'hayita la'ish.
V'chazakta. V'chazakta. V'hayita.
Okay, fine. What did I say, Mario? Vayishav David im avotav vayichaver ba'ir David. V'hayamim v'hayamim asher malach David al Yisrael arba'im shana.
Yes.
B'chevron malach sheva shanim ובירושלים מלך 3 שנים ו30 שנה. It's a lot of shishishishishis in there. Yeah.
Vayikrevu.
Yeah. Vayikrevu. And the days of David's dying, but of the days of David's death. And they came near. They came near. And
the days of David drew near to dying.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Right. How do we make it pretty?
As David was dying.
David was about to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do that. And
but
David,
literally, the days of David to die were drawing near.
He called Solomon his son, and I guess he would be instructed, something more like instructing, right?
He ordered, instructed, commanded, told.
Yeah. Instructed him, saying, I'm going the way. I'm going the way of all the earth.
I am going the way of all the earth. Sounds like Gandalf.
Of all the earth.
I
And
smote
that's
his
the-
ruin upon the mountainside.
Chazachta vahayita. And
Yes, so this is it's irreal.
it is
So
right.
you
I
can,
knew
you can
I knew that
import
it
to
was.
this.
I just don't know why it is. Like it only
So
makes
you
sense
should
that way.
import to this the sense of should or must.
Yeah, right.
You must be strong and become a man.
Right.
You will be strong. You.
Yeah. Be strong.
I like the idea of
man.
must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must
you have
make
to
more sense.
distinguish. I mean, you have.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't
The
know.
must. Yeah. The must distinguishes it from the like a direct.
If you want to make it
Comparative.
an e-real, you have to put it as an e-real in English because will is indicative, right? So you
Will
would
is
have to say
indicative.
must or should.
But my bigger question, and we can talk about it later, is like, is there anything to tell it? Like, there's nothing that sets it off other than there's no value.
The movement
Right.
of the stress. Chazakta v'chazakta. The movement of the stress
Okay.
is an indication of irreal.
Okay,
Mhm.
good deal. And
But it doesn't happen with final hay and final aleph roots. So v'hayita, it looks the same. I marked it
Yeah.
because it needs to be understood that it doesn't shift.
Okay, and David, is it lied down?
Lay.
Lay down. I never will get that right. With
Yeah, lay is the past tense of lie.
yeah, no, I'll never get it. That's one of them.
I know. Me neither.
With his fathers, and was buried in the city of David. Not his city of David.
He was buried in his own city. Because the
Yeah.
city of David is a specific place on the outskirts of Jerusalem.
The days which
That
David reigned
I think that's an addition.
over Israel were
Yeah,
40,
so we have to insert the word "were," right? It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
or 40 years.
Mhm.
He ruled in Hebron.
Okay, so it's again an accusative of time, telling how long.
yeah,
He ruled in
for-
Hebron for 7 years.
and
And in Jerusalem, that's contrastive.
yeah,
In Jerusalem.
okay. I'll go back and fix that. He ruled for 33 years.
Yeah, you're combining it.
Years.
Okay. Well, you don't have to put but I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
contrastive, and it's like it's just in Hebron and in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have reached the end of the hour. We have only to do exercise number 5 next week. 5A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Thick parts.
It's one
Hopefully we'll be able to
long.
finish it.
It's one
Yeah.
long mother. Maybe we'll even split it down another one because that's a nice long one right there too. So
Yeah,
let's
we
make
made it
5B.
halfway.
If I were teaching this at the college level, I would be like, okay, go do exercise 5A for homework tonight.
No. All right. So whoever's out there in Munchkin Land, listening to us talk about nonsense, I hope you had a good time. Elena, sorry we didn't get back to you for the next one, and James, but we got to move on to the English to Hebrew. So let's go ahead and do that. We are switching over to Patreon only content. If you want to join us, sign up on Patreon, and now we just since a couple of weeks ago we can get super chats. If that's your thing, we would like to receive them. So it's been a pleasure, and we will see you guys next week. Whoever's not joining us with Patreon.
See
Okay,
you, folks.
bye guys. Yeah, I'm waving, but you can't see me.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
Hasta.
Hasta.